Good afternoon. Pete here from A Bit Twisted. So I have my little Finnish Reproduction wheel here. It's a double drive, really fine hooks here. Does have a little distaff. The wheel has a little wobble in it as it goes. It's not quite so got out around from here, but it still functions fine. Little hook, and everything's here except the little upright that goes up here for the distaff. You can probably find any kind of a stick to whittle the end and fit in there to hold your fiber if you do flax. This is a good flax wheel. I've spun some flax with it. It's also a good fine yarn wheel, which is what most of these types of wheels would do back in the day. And there's some adjustments here to hold the wheel onto the uprights. So we're just going to go ahead and show you that the wheel works. So I set my I set my tension for my flyer really light when I'm doing these really thin spinning. As that's what I prefer. It is a fast wheel if you want to spin fast, or you just treadle slower. Put a little less twist in. It's only a single speed whirl on this, which is pretty common. Some of them have 2 speeds. This one has 1. Tension adjustment is right down here, and it works. Just give it a slight little bit of a tension to it. Get it going again here. There we go. My setups with these wheels are very light tension, just enough to draw on. I don't use big fat drive bands. I use thin cotton drive bands. Since I have lots and lots of cotton now for making drive bands, that's what I've gone to. And I prefer, because the cotton has enough bite to it to grip, and also enough to slip when it needs to. This is an excellent wheel for making fine yarn for the loom. So if you do the loom, I wouldn't go super big with size of your yarn. Maybe a DK weight at the maximum, but your 2-ply or 3-ply has to fit through the orifice easily and not difficultly. So just be aware. But this wheel's ready to go. As with all wheels, there's typical oiling points for it. Oiling on the leather here, and on the back side, oiling on the shaft where the bobbin rides, oiling over here where the axle rides, and a couple points down low for the treadle. And other than that, that's about it. And The leathers are in decent shape. And this one here, if you need to take the flyer off, so we'll run that on through there. So we need to take the flyer off to unwind my bobbin. All I got to do is turn this here and then just take everything out. And now I have my flyer out. So it's a little loop here in the back for the flyer. So when I get ready to put them back on, I just grab my drive band like so, and then swing this one around like so, and kind of press it down a little bit to keep it from flipping around. Then make sure the drive band's on the whirl and the bobbin. Just run it to test it, and you're ready to go. So you don't want too much, you know, twist it too much in, because this thing needs to be able to freely spin. So make sure all your things will move easily when there's no tension on it. Make sure everything's going to spin smoothly, and this spins pretty good. Since I like my tension loose anyway. You may be different, but this is it's a Finnish spinning wheel, or a Finnish design, and a company reproduced these back in the 70s, and this is one of those that was reproduced back in the 70s. And a very nice little wheel it is. And it's very lightweight. The wood in this is not heavy wood. So anyway, thanks for watching. And as always, there's more to come.